Hello, and welcome to video lesson 2 and outcome 30.3. Today we are going to take a deeper look at Venn diagrams. And analyze some of those things in there. It is a really short video today, unlike our first video, so yay. So, let's begin. So again, our goal is to figure out what the different regions of a Venn diagram mean. So in Saskatchewan, we have a school that has 65 grade 12 kids in it. Of those students, 23 play volleyball, 26 play basketball, and there's 31 that play neither sport. The following Venn diagram will represent the sets. So we're going to have a set that will be people that play volleyball, and we have a people that play basketball on the other side, and then we have a region where it's basically people that would play both, right? So in here is volleyball only. Over here would be basketball only. And that region would be people that play both. For the people who play none, we would just simply write the number somewhere on the outside. Very similar to when we did the Venn diagrams with our interests. So for this example, it tells us that there are 31 that do not play any of them. So that number, 31, would go on the outside. But I've got 65 kids. So now if I add up all of these people, the 23 that play volleyball, and the 26 that play basketball, and the 31 that do neither of those things, we have 23 and 26 is 49, plus 31 is 80 students. But we've only got 65 in the question. So if I subtract off 65, that means that I have 15 too many. That is actually the number of kids that would play both. Then if I wanted to figure out the volleyball only, I would have to take the 23 that play volleyball and subtract off 15 and get 8. And to find my basketball only, I would have to take the 26 and subtract 15 and get 21. Now if I add those all up, 31 and 21 and 15 and 8, I would get my 65 grade 12 students. So that is what we're doing in this unit, in this lesson here, is just analyzing different Venn diagrams. So here is just a quick summary of what we just did. If we have sets that are not disjoint, that means they have to share some common elements, and they're not necessarily going to be a subset like last lesson. They might just overlap. So, right, if we look at this picture, this region right here are the elements that are only in A, but they're not in B. The elements that are right in here are the elements that are in B, but are not in A. The elements that are in the middle there are what they have in common. They're in A and they're in B. And if there are elements that aren't in A and B, then they're just found on the outside. So each element in a universal set can only appear once. So we can't have an element that's in A and B. If they are, they go in the middle. If an element occurs in more than one set, then again, it goes where they overlap. So let's try another example. We surveyed 80 students to see if they played hockey or if they played soccer. The results showed that 50 played hockey. So for hockey, I have 50. For soccer, I have 45. have 10. So if I add all of those up, my hockey and my soccer and my neither, I have 105 people there. And I actually only have 80 to account for. So some must do both. So I have my two circles that overlap. One of them is hockey and one is soccer. Hockey and soccer. And I'm just going to make my universal set there on the outside. Now I know that there's 10 that do neither. So I'm just going to put the 10 on the outside. Now I want to figure out how many are doing both. So if I have 105 options, but I've only got 80 kids, the overlap is the difference between those two numbers. So 25 must do both. If I'm trying to find my hockey only, I would take my hockey number, which was 50, and subtract off the 25 that play both. So 25 play only hockey. If I would like to find my soccer only, I take my total amount of soccer, which was 45, subtract off the 25 that do both. That leaves me with 20 that only play soccer. And now I can answer the questions. B says, how many students play both? Well, that is the middle part. That is 25. How many students play only hockey? Well, that is in the region where it's not overlapped. So there's 25 that play only hockey. And how many play only soccer? Well, that's in the soccer area that's not overlapped, which is 20. And that concludes lesson number 2.